Hey, what's up guys? It's Josh for Lead and Iron. Today's video, I am revisiting something. It is initially a speed test. So about a year ago, I talked about an enclosure, a Type-C enclosure to add fast storage to like your Macs. So one thing that I noticed in the comments was that you guys wanted to see speeds. And that's something that I totally goofed on. And I am going to actually include speeds in this video so you guys can see the difference between a Thunderbolt 3 drive. It's not Thunderbolt 4, but I couldn't necessarily find a Thunderbolt 4, but I found a USB 4, which are comparable, I guess. So I went with the Thunderbolt 3 drive. So this is actually Thunderbolt 3. It is made from Sabrent. And all you do is, what I have in here anyway, is a Gen 3 PCIe M.2 drive and this Thunderbolt 3 drive. So I guess what you can also do is with the USB 4 is get a Gen 4 PCIe NVMe, and it will give you those faster speeds like the 2500s and stuff like you see like that. But this video, I am going to compare the speeds of this and this. Now this Type-C USB 3.1 is about $15 to $25. So it's a pretty decent bargain and you get pretty decent speeds out of it. So what I want to show you guys is that there is a difference between these two. I have found this as cheap as $15 maybe and as expensive as $25. So that's about the range you're going to spend. For this exact model anyway, the Oracle. Now, the write speeds kind of threw me off a little bit and the read speeds threw me off a little bit because there was such a big difference in a read speed, which I didn't understand. Like, this was so weird because the read speed was 560 tops on this drive enclosure. And I thought it would be faster because it's reading. Now the write speed on it was 950. These are megabytes. It's not terrible. I used this enclosure for my scratch drive for a long time. Like about a year, and I recently wanted to try this Thunderbolt drive. Now this Thunderbolt drive has a write speed of 1300 and a read speed which is almost triple this, which was topped out like 1480 or 1481. That is a pretty big difference for read and actually a pretty decent difference for write. I was kind of shocked that it was that big of a difference for the read speeds, but it is what it is, I guess. So this Sabrent, it can hold a NVMe drive, which is, or M.2 drive, which is normally for like PCs and stuff. And you see those like a lot for PCs. What they are is they're PCIe drives. They're rated to go pretty fast. This enclosure on Amazon, I'll add the link in the description as well, cost me around $100 with tax. Now, mind you, I'm in California and our tax is like 10.25, which is insane. So it's going to be about $84.99, I think that's what it was before tax. Like I said, I'll put this in the description. And I'm kind of glad that I spent it. This is well machined aluminum. It's solid, it's heavy, and it comes with some thermal pads in this box. Also comes with a Thunderbolt 3 cable, and it's toolless. Like, all I really had to do is just open this, turn it, pull on it, and that's it. So you drive in, you got this little notch here with a clasp, flip the clasp. You put this back on, flip it, and you're done. That was it. That's how fast it is to load an NVMe drive into this enclosure. What I really like about this, and I transferred some video files over and it was so fast. I was like, really, is this done already? And it kind of threw me off because I have been waiting. I mean, it was maybe like 20-30 second difference. Nothing crazy, right? But once you start getting into like the bigger files where it's like 20 gigabytes, 30 gigabytes, that can be minutes saved, especially if you're working on like a project that you need stuff done right away. There's a big difference between this and this. Now, if you're just trying to add some faster drives, some more storage, or have a scratch drive like I do, this will work perfectly fine still. It's still pretty quick. This is getting more up to the speeds of what your Macs have. And as you know, time progresses, like the M2, M3s, and however else you're going to name those machines, hopefully you can start getting close to the speeds that they have in their machines externally, which could be a game changer, especially right now with money being tight. You can add it at a fraction of the cost. Now, it really depends, because now drives are so cheap. You could probably spend $50 and get a terabyte, even for Gen 4 NVMe drives. I've seen Gen 3 NVMe drives on Newegg when they have like their Newegg sale. I think it was like $199, and that was 4 terabytes. We're getting really, you can add 4 terabytes of storage, which is still pretty quick storage, which would probably cost you like $400 or $800 or something like that if you wanted to do it in the Mac. It gets pretty expensive once you start adding storage to any Mac machine. You can save some money this way. I mean, sure, it's not going to be like super fast as what it is in your Macs, but it's still going to be pretty quick. So you're able to get your work done. You're able to write files. You can take this to any other Mac because all you got to do is plug it in and it works. That's one thing that I really like about this. Now, the only thing is when you format it to APFS, yes, APFS, is you really can't see or use this on Windows machines. For that, I would say you would probably have to do it exFAT, which might kind of hurt speeds maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't want to try it. But I go from Mac to Mac from this, and I normally keep like a Mac drive and then like a separate window drive. I don't know. I'm weird like that. You may not be weird like that, but I am. So the speeds on this, to me, especially if you can get this for like 15 or 16 bucks. So you're looking at, 6 times the cost, right around 5-6 times the cost between this and this. For me, it was worth it. I like the way this enclosure looks. It feels really good, like it's quality. Sabrent did a good job with this. This is still fine though. If I had to, let's say if I sent this back, I could still work off of this type of enclosure. It's cheap. You still get pretty good speeds, and it's not like I need to have things done right away. This will do just fine. I can wait the extra, 45 seconds or whatever it is. But if you like having the speeds of, the NVMe drives, you like to try to get close to what storage you have in your Mac, grab one of these. Easy to set up, literally no tools. Pop your drive in, put your thermal pad on, close it, you're good to go. That's it. That's all it really was. Now, I did want to also apologize for not adding the speeds on the last video, but at least now we have speeds from a Type-C device and a Thunderbolt device. So now you can actually gauge where you want to spend money on. If I were to do this again, let's say I went back to the beginning and I bought my Mac Studio and I wanted to add storage, knowing what I know now and the speed difference from this to this and the cost difference between this and this, I would say I would much rather spend my money on the enclosure, because as technology progresses, the cost of the drives will actually go down. As we have seen, they're starting to go down. And why limit myself to just, the 10 gigabytes a second that this offers when I can get twice as much and get work done quicker, and it's just more convenient. You can upgrade and get the speeds. Or, now, especially now, you can get yourself the USB 4 enclosure will be twice as fast as this. So now you kind of have an idea of what maybe you might want to go with. I do appreciate all the, the comments and stuff, because it helps me get an idea of what you guys are looking for. And this was one of those videos that I wanted to make, and I wanted to show you the speed differences. So I didn't just want to make a video and then come back on for like, 3 or 4 minutes and just be like, okay, these are the speeds. I wanted to show you a difference. That way you can make a better informed decision. If videos like this help you, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and please let me know in the comments below what other types of videos that will help you make decisions, better decisions. What should have I included in this video to make it just a little bit better? Anyway, guys, thank you for your time. I gotta go because my back hurts.
Execute Order 66.